Alrighty, everybody. Sorry for the wait. Just making sure that we were able to post the channel for our group. Give me one good second. I think I just put the wrong one. There we go. Alrighty. So again, welcome everybody for a historic race here today in Elite Raceway. We are here with our first ever debut race for our new division, our new no assist Division Two. Uh, a new division that has now helped us actually to make two pace-based divisions for drivers that want to learn every inch of the car. No assist, quite a challenge for most people, but these guys braving it up and deciding to take it up on track and go for the championship. We are here today on the shortest track of the calendar, yet the fastest here in Austria. We do have 36 laps around this track with a 18-minute short qualifying session, as you can see here today. I am just putting up the YouTube. All right, perfect. So that way I could see you guys on the live chat, because I know a few of you like to communicate while you watch the race, and we do appreciate all the viewers. But yes, so Austria here in the Red Bull Ring, 4.318 kilometers of a circuit length. Total of corners is 10. And well, perfect. So we do have Guardians who finally joined in. So we are happy to see that he is able to get into the lobby. We were supposed to have a full grid, but looks like we're going to be 19, which actually isn't so bad for our first ever race with this group. And yeah, we are super excited. We do have three DRS zones on this track. The first one between turn 1 and 3, another one from turn 3 to 4, and then again turns 10 to turn 1, so from the main street. But looking at some of the times, we do have Relativity put in a 105.3, doing really well to get out the way of the other cars right there. And I do want to give quite a number of shout outs to this group, especially since it's our first ever group of the of the division. We do have quite a few new drivers. We have Hovind Brawley, who actually put in a pole position last week's preseason race. Definitely has a lot of pace. Did unfortunately lose out in competing in the front row after losing the car in the first two corners, but we are hoping he has a better start this time. Uh, let's see, we do have, I believe it was Honeyton who had qualified P2 last week and puts in a 105.1, a pretty good lap right there. I think he was a little bit unfortunate last preseason race, so here's hoping he's able to have a better race this time. And we do, let's see, other ERA rookies. We do have Nate Oxy, who looks like he invalidated, but still keep an eye on him. Nate Oxy, an impressive ERA rookie driver, had a phenomenal debut last week. Um, did did unfortunately have collateral damage after a car spun in front of him, but somehow this man was still able to manage finishing a P3. Still managed to finish on the podium, so he's definitely a driver to watch for the rest of the season. We do have, let's see, Hafrenix in the Alpine. Monday Tier 2 driver. I think he disqualified in the Tier 2 race. If you guys want to take a look we do have all our live streams of our Tier 2 race, commentated by me and Mac T. Did disqualify, but did manage to finish P9 for that Tier 2 race, so he might be looking to beat that position for this coming race. Let's see, trying to see who else we have. A few new drivers as well. Weather did seem like or AKA Froggy. So he was his name was Weather last week, but I guess he changed it to Froggy Boggy. Uh, is gonna be a nice way to say his name. Guardians, I do see you need an invite, so I'll send that to you. Thank you for communicating on the live chat. we go. Here's hoping you are able to join in. Alrighty, we do have Atron, one of our Tier 2 drivers, I think 2 seasons ago, back with us again, is going to cross the line, puts in a 105.4 with the mediums, so still plenty of room for improvement if he decides to go out in the soft tires. And a couple of our returning drivers, Relativity, our most loyal, I always say this, one of our most loyal drivers manages to put in a 105.3, puts him up in the front row. We do have a couple of our other Division 1, well, were Division 1 drivers, Chernobyl as well, Relativity, our Manton, Tefer, Mini Tony, all drivers who volunteered to step down from Division 1 and compete in this division. So key members of helping this group really flourish, I guess. And so, yes, so Guardians, I do see that you're having trouble with entering the Red Bull. That might just be a glitch of the game. We did see it a lot last game. So let me see. Yeah, so this is a common glitch that we saw last game. I guess we were kind of hoping it would go away. But as long as he's able to at least join the session, even if he starts from the back, we are hoping it still lets him race at least. Yeah, I see you on the chat. No worries. So yeah, if you do leave again, and I'll try sending you another invite. Yep, there you go. But let's see who is on their lap time. So Mini Tony, I do want to give a big congratulations again to him, who won his first ever ERA race last week. And even if it was a preseason, I mean, it does kind of stomp our expectations for the season. So it looks like he is going to cross the line and is going to put in a 105.6, puts him up to P5 at the moment. And Kyle, your question regarding my thoughts on prediction of this race. I don't know yet how the weather is going to be. I don't think they've complained of any rain for the for the actual race. So it looks like it might just be a dry race. Competition in the front, I do see Honeytons and possibly Hovan Raleigh. He did have a phenomenal lap last preseason. Mini Tony, I could see climbing up. He's quite of a sneak. We'll be battling up in front. And there was someone else who I was thinking of as well. Froggy as well. He is really fast from what I've seen and heard on the with assists. I don't think he used quite a lot before, so I think he might still be up there in competition. But we do have Atron crossing the line, a little bit of a track breakdown. So we do have sector 1, turns 1 and 2, a sharp right-hander right here on the uphill where Atron is going up. Has the DRS activation prior to turn 3. Does a phenomenal job to brake, but unfortunately he doesn't validate. We do have, let's see, up in front as well, Honeytons and Relativity. Honeytons, I think, is very up ahead. So Honeytons having really good traction out of that exit. Has the second DRS activated now. Does a clean swipe through the corner. Really nice. We're going to see if he's up on his time. So sector 2. Yeah, so he's up by 1/100th of a second. Let's see, Relativity. Oh, we couldn't catch up with Relativity. Ooh, Relativity actually putting in a purple second sector. Mini Tony being a sneak. What did I say? A 104.9. It looks like Honeytons wasn't able to make any improvement, but Relativity with a 104.6. So 3/10 off of Mini Tony. And then we do have Padron Paz. Looks like he might be 2/10. Sometimes the game does tend to glitch when it comes to the view of the Delta. So a lot of these drivers are just surprising. So 104.6 from Nate Oxy as well. Padron Paz manages a 105.2. That puts him up one position. Hovind Raleigh looks like he might be up by 3/10. Going around the final corner, and so Hovind Raleigh is going to put in a 105.0. He does improve by 5, almost 6/10. Puts himself up to P4. Looks like the Irish Meister just put in his time. We do have leader Lee Bag. And unfortunately invalidates. I am going to charge my phone just in case anybody messages me. Just grab that. Should have been more prepared. Let's see, our good Canadian friend Escargo. Let's see if he is on his lap time. So it looks like he isn't, no. Up ahead, we do have Honeytons. Actually puts in a purple first sector. So like I mentioned before, this group was mainly built for drivers who are still learning the Gnosis environment, some who are literally brand new, some that have only had a few months, maybe a few years to actually really practice. So it's a great environment for drivers to really, get their skill in, especially when it's pace-based. Honeyton's going around the final corner. Looks like he is going to put in a 104.8. Does improve by 2/10, puts himself in P3. And so we only have actually 3 reserves for today. We have Honeytons in the McLaren. Actually, no, I'm choosing wrong. We have, is Froggy. There we go. Froggy in the Ferrari. Moron 1, which is all these people who come up with these names, and I have to say on the on the stream. So both the Ferraris are reserve drivers at the moment. And then we do have one more who I believe it was I'm trying to remember who it was. Oh, Padron Paz. There we go. Padron Paz in the Haas. He is also a reserve driver for today for the Haas. And then everybody else has officially started their battle for the championship. And I'm not sure if Guardians was able to join. Let me just double check on the stream. So yeah, Guardians is still having trouble getting into the lobby. I will send him one more invite though. He is stuck on the spectator scene, so hopefully the game actually puts him in a car starting the race. But we do have the front 2 looking like they are putting in their lap. Let's see who is up ahead. So it is Relativity up by 300s. And we also have Mini Tony, so we'll be taking a look at all 3 of them. And And so Nate Oxy is going to be finishing up Sector 2, and it looks like that is yellow flags. I think that is one of the recarbs getting out the way of the leading drivers. But so Nate Oxy is up by 4/10. And let's see where looks like Relativity has already started his third sector, about to end it. Actually, no, looks like he actually backed out. And Nate Oxy, while that was happening, Nate Oxy invalidates his lap. So very unfortunate. It looks like Mini Tony as well. So everybody's gonna have to go. Actually, it doesn't look like they have time to go again. Oh, Atron right into the wall. We have a couple position changes down as well. I think that is Chernobyl Clocks puts himself up into P13. So very close times, I will have to say. Looks like Frog is the only driver who hasn't gone out. He might be looking for a last to first challenge. Who knows? Who knows? But or though he might be just choosing to get away from the or not get in the way of the drivers who are actually full time. So I know some reserve drivers tend to do that, but Hogan Raleigh looks like he was up on his time going around the final corners. Going to cross the line and puts in a 105.0. So does improve. Padron Pass right behind. Gets enough traction on that last corner and looks like he puts in a 104.8, up 4/10 and pushes himself up to P3, second row. I do think that is Relativity trying to go for another lap. He's very close from Nate Oxy's time, so he's just probably trying to eat up as much as he can on closing that gap. Looks like he's actually our only driver on a hot lap at the moment. So Relativity, no, looks like he's not going to be able to do anything with that. Chooses to go back into the pits. And so looks like that is our grid. So give me 1 second while I just send them a message. I will say it has been a really good first week of season 5 of full grid in 3 of the groups. Almost a full grid on this group. Unfortunately, Sean not showing up, and hopefully Guardians is able to get in a car. EA permits. Alrighty, so our grid for the race, our starting grid, we have Nate Oxy starting on pole position in the Mercedes, puts in a 104.6, phenomenal lap, and just very close right behind his Relativity in the front row right next to him. In the second row, we have Padron Paz, followed by P4, Honey Tons. After that, Mini Tony, Joven Raleigh, DRS Maestro, Atron, both South Africans right behind each other. Junior, Leader Bag, Moron 1, Armanton, Tafur, Hafronix, Chernobyl Clocks, Escargo, Fuego Mal, and Froggy. So that is our grid, starting grid for the race. I'm not exactly sure how the weather is going to be. Should look like a really good race. Yeah, it looks like it is going to be dry. It looks a little bit cloudy, but I don't think anybody, like I mentioned, I don't think anybody has mentioned any rain. So they do all get a couple minutes if you're new to watching our stream, uh, and also new drivers who are listening while they're driving. We do give quite a few minutes for the drivers to adjust their strategies, make any tweaks if they want. Um, I do know Park Firm is on, so I don't know how much they can actually tweak uh, on it, but yeah, just to give a little bit of a break between qualifying and the race. They do have formation lap off for the divisions, so they will be going straight into the race. They won't be going around for warming up their tires. But we do see quite a difference of strategies. We did see a lot of one stops, a lot of two stops in the other three groups. In terms of one stop, I believe the mediums, the drivers who started on the mediums, they usually last until highest lap 15, and then switch to the hards. And if not the hards, I think to lap 20, and then to the mediums. Very hard to keep up with all these strategies. And then we have the two stoppers, some drivers going for the hard, starting on the hards, taking them up to lap 15, then switching to two sets of mediums, 10 laps each. Um, it is This track is a tire eater, so unless you're a tire whisperer, you might be able to pull off a one stop. But yeah, interesting to see how this goes. So Guardians is in the session. I'm very happy to see that. So we do have 19 drivers on the grid. Looking forward to it. We do know that turn one and turn three tend to be quite chaotic. So if the drivers are listening, just please be a little bit careful. You are going to have a driver in front of you unless you're the leading driver. So make sure you brake early. Avoid the car in front of you. I beg you, the stewards beg you. We haven't had any reports from the other groups. Please don't be the first one. But yeah, they do have a couple minutes to set that off. So let's just take a look at the Discord and I do want to give a little bit of a hello to Candy Dreamer. I don't think I said that earlier. Candy Dreamer, Kyle, all on the live chat. Guardians, I know you're watching as well or listening in. I know having the stream right next to you probably. But always nice to see our yeah, our league growing. For those who missed our YouTube short, we do have a Instagram now. So we will be trying to consistently upload the race results, the standings, even on YouTube as well. Uh, I know quite a few of you guys have your families, have your friends watching, so yeah, a little treat for them as well. So yeah, so it looks like our weather people on the chat are saying that it is going to be a dry race. Uh, so it looks like all the races except for tier two were dry. Was a really interesting changes of strategies on tier two, but they will be starting in a few seconds. All right, so the timer is going down, and we do have, again, as we mentioned again, Nate Oxy in the Mercedes on pole position. So is he going to be able to defend his position before the corner? I'm going to try getting all this information up quick. So lights are off, and away they go. Nate Oxy having a really good launch, and looks like he is going to stay ahead. A little bit of action happening in the back. We do have the McLaren of Honeytons looking to make a move on the inside of Hoban Raleigh. And looks like he is trying to make a move on the inside of Padron Paz. Does really well. Ooh, looks like no. Broke too late, and unfortunately that it was contact between him and I believe the Haas of Padron Paz. So I'm pretty sure he has wing damage there as well. Uh, any action happening in the back. We do have leader Leebag looking to make a move on the inside of DRS Maestro. Looks like he is going to slot right behind, chooses to stay and follow. I believe that is Moron going for the inside of Autron. We have, I think, a bit of movement up ahead too. So Honeytons does have left wing damage, left end plate. He's missing his left end plate. And that is yellow flags. I believe that is Froggy who has DNF from the session. I don't know if there was any contact between any drivers. I don't see a yellow. Yeah, I don't see any safety cars, so most likely it is not out. I know it tends to glitch sometimes, especially in the last game. I'm not sure about this game, but we do have quite a few drivers who had to piss up both the Haas and unfortunately double stacking most likely, and Tafur as well in the Aston Martin. There still seems is actually might just be a virtual safety car since it looks like they're slowing down for the Delta. And looks like that is Escargo. Not exactly sure what happened to Escargo in the Alpine. Looks like he's still on track. I'm not exactly sure what happened. We'll take a look from Tafur's point of view, but looks like he is. Looks like the car has actually disappeared already on the track, so we can't really tell. So green flags are off. They do have to be really careful about that Delta. So it looks like everybody's clear from the drive-through penalty. Bit of movement. Let's see. We do have the McLaren Honeytons looking like he is going to pit. Does have that wing damage, and I don't think it's gonna fix it. So it looks like this is just gonna be a consistent issue with the game. So even when you do have wing damage, it's not gonna pit. It's not gonna change it when you pit. That is ridiculous. The leader lead back looking to make the move on DRS Maestro. And while that happens, Tafur picking up a 3-second penalty. Leadback still trying to make that move. And yeah, so it looks like we had a few issues. The DNFs were a few issues, technical issues. Froggy unable to take control of his car. I'm not exactly sure what happened or what issue that is, but hopefully better luck next race. But Nate Oxy still leading the race with a 1.5 gap. And DRS is enabled. We do have a bit of a train right here between DRS Maestro and Leadbag, and even the Ferrari of Moron right behind. Throws me off a little bit saying that, but Guardians looks like he has made the move on Autron. Both of them trying to defend the position. It looks like Leadbag has made the overtake on DRS Maestro. And has actually gotten the DRS as well to defend the position. Looks like a bit of movement as well from the back. We do have Austria trying to make a move on the kick saber of Fuego Mall. Looks like both cars just interlocked and Austria just went flying. Um, that is yellow flags, but he's still in the session. But yeah, it looks like we do have a variety of strategy calls. So Nate Oxy on pole, who started on pole position, choosing to start on the hard compounds. Uh, we have actually seen that pay off in the last groups. Leader Bag making the move on the inside of Relativity. Is he going to make a stick? Great racing from the recarve of Leader Leadbag. He is going to get the DRS and makes the overtake easily. Although Relativity choosing to break late and actually defends, gets back the position. So positions are the same. DRS Maestro still following right behind. Yeah, phenomenal defending move from Relativity, choosing to break late and get the overtake. And commentators cares Relativity picking up a 3-second penalty. And looks like up ahead, Mini Tony catching up to the back of Hovind Raleigh. I don't think he's going to make a move yet, but Leader Leadback might be looking to make another move or attempt the move again. Does get the overtake done, but Relativity is going to get the DRS right behind. Looks like he may have gone a little bit wide right there, and yeah, looks like Leadbag is secure for a P5. Escargo, yeah, I'm not exactly sure. We'll take a look at the Discord chat. Oh man, yeah, very unfortunate. Gosh, I feel so bad when this happens. Yeah, unfortunately, this seems to just be a constant glitch of the game where you can't join back or it just retires your own car. Um, very unfortunate because I know you were looking forward to the race. So yeah, really hoping that next week you have better luck. Um, Yeah, so we do have a quite the DRS train between Junior P4 all the way down to P9. And it looks like up ahead, Mini Tony looks like he has already made the move on Hovind Raleigh. Hovind Raleigh did look like he was trying to attempt that switchback. He is going to get the DRS, but Mini Tony defending the position. So Mini Tony up to P2 now. So we will take a bit of a look at the position changes. So quite a lot of movement. Mini Tony, Hovind Raleigh up 3 positions. Halfrenix as well. Looks like making the move on Guardians. Highest position changes we have is actually Guardians and Fuego Mall up 7 positions. And Leebag and Junior up 5 positions. So quite a lot happening. Padron Paz, unfortunate for that incident with the McLaren, down 11 positions. So still a trooper. You never know if there's going to be a safety car. And looks like we have Mini Tony getting overtaken by Hovind Raleigh. Tony staying close behind. He is going to get the DRS on this next upcoming. And Hovind Raleigh a little bit squiggly right there. I think Mini Tony might be just choosing to ease on those a little bit on those tires with those mediums. I think we just had quite a few penalties that happened at the same time. Jesus. So to look at the penalties, we do have Hovind Raleigh, Relativity, Moron, Halfrenix, and Honey Tons with 3 seconds. Halfrenix and Guardian still going at it, so it looks like Halfrenix is going to stay ahead. And Tafur with 6 seconds of penalties. And looks like Guardians is looking to make a move on the inside of Hafrenix. Manages to get ahead, and Hafrenix is going to slot right behind, a little bit wide on that corner. Honeyton's almost had him. Honeyton's almost had him on the inside right there. Looks like Mini Tony attempting to make the overtake again. Hovind Raleigh staying really close there. Yeah, so I do apologize if I'm not catching all the action. I do see quite a lot of movement on the grid. Phenomenal racing from these guys, really. It has been a really good race. We do have a couple drivers who I think are just switching around. Hovind Raleigh, Mini Tony. Leader Leapback and Junior, both teammates. Oh, that is Hovind Raleigh, a little bit squiggly right there. Losing multiple positions, all dropping down to P8 now. So like I said, this track is such a tire eater. So Hovind Raleigh, he is on 10-lap old mediums. Yeah, they might not be feeling so hot anymore. We do have leader Leeback closing in on the back of his teammate Junior, looking to make a move on the left. Gets the position before the corner. This is where we're going to see a little bit of a teammate action, and Relativity dropping down quite a few positions there. I will say we have quite the amazing stack of teammates, the V-Carbs of Leader Leebank and Junior. We have Hovind Raleigh and Relativity. Altron and Nate, I feel like would compete as well. Very unfortunate for Altron, who was involved in that incident earlier. And so it looks like Junior is going to pit. So really good that they're not on the same strategy right there. Avoid any double stack. So Leeback is going to get that clean air. We do have our Manson on the back of DRS Maestro. Closing in, and he might be looking to make the move before the corner. It looks like he does, makes the move on the inside. Hovind Raleigh right behind. Oh, looks like DRS Maestro did go a little bit sideways right there, and so our Manson is off. Looks like we do have a battle between the Alpine of Hafrenix and the McLaren of Honeytons. Hafrenix right behind, doesn't look like he's going to attempt any overtake yet. Honeytons is on 2-lap younger tires than Hafrenix. Oh, it looks like, yeah, there was movement. Hovind Raleigh pitting, getting out of the medium tires now. So quite a difference of pit calls. Like I mentioned, with the other groups, with Tiers 1 and I think it was Division 1. Well, we'll compare more with Division 1 since it's no assist. Majority of the drivers taking the mediums to lap 15. I think earliest probably lap 13. So interesting to see what they're gonna call afterwards. Oh, that is Relativity going wide. But more on the Ferrari, almost taking the same line as him. And is going to get ahead. Relativity back onto the track. Only loses one position, but yeah, it is. This is it's quite a tricky track, I will say, with no assist, with no line. Oh, DRS Meister going really, really close to that corner. DRS, I know you're listening. Don't pop that wheel off. And no, Relativity now picking up a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane and is going to retire from the session. Uh, yeah, that is gutting. Although I would have kept on going. You never know if a safety car is going to come out. Have enough time to take off those 10 seconds. Yeah, so we do have multiple drivers in the pits. We do have the Aston Martin of Tafur and the Kick Sauber of Fuego Mall as well. And so leader Levi also pit and has come out right behind of his teammate Junior. So both of them really sticking sticking to each other throughout the race. So he is on the faster tires. So I wonder if Junior is not gonna bother fighting it. This might just be the dream team for the season. But ooh, leader Levi making a phenomenal overtake on the inside of Junior right there. It does stay right ahead, and he does get that extra DRS to pull him forward. Both of them actually on quite equal battery as well. So again, Leadback does have the faster tire and looks like he is going to pull on right ahead. We do have Maestro on the back of the McLaren of R. Manson. Maestro does have that 3-second penalty. Looks like R. Manson is going to pit. He did have, yeah, he's going to pull the trigger first. Both of them were on equal strategy, both starting on the hard compounds. Nate Oxy as well, getting out of the hards and onto the mediums. So Leapag having a really, really good race today. I am, he is a good friend, and I always tend to see that he gets unlucky in races. Most of the time, it's not his fault, and other times it's just little driver mistakes. But he's doing really well to hold off right now, and hoping he does finish top 5. We'll take a look. Oh, we do have Honeytons looking to make a move on the inside of Tafur. Does have the help of the DRS. Sorry, of the ERS. Oh no, DRS, my goodness. This is what happens when it's the 4th group of the week. Oh my god. But Honeytons does get that overtake done easily. Does have the faster tire and is going to pull through. Junior picking up a 3-second penalty now. And so that Liebeck has to, is probably smiling, but he does have to make sure he doesn't pick up any penalty. There are 20 laps remaining, including this one. So Fur now picking up another 3-second penalty. So we'll take a look again. Maestro Jr., Hovind Raleigh, Moron, Hafernix, and Honeytons and Chernobyl still with 3 seconds. Tafur with 9 seconds. And only 3 drivers who have yet to pit. So that is DRS Maestro, Padron Paz, and Hafernix, who has still yet to pit. Nate Oxy picking up the fastest lap of 107.6 with the fresh mediums. Looks like Hafernix and and Honey Tons are still going at it together. Ooh, makes a really nice swerve to the left. Oh my gosh. It's a really good overtake from Honeytones. The McLaren puts himself up to P10. Ooh, that is yellow flags. I don't know if that was Hafrenix hitting the wall, entering the pits, but yeah, we'll actually take a look if he has any wing damage, because I wonder what that was for. Yeah, so he is missing his left end plate. And unfortunately, the the car, yeah, they're not going to change it. Yeah, if it happened last second, they're definitely not going to change it unless you put it. Dang. So he's going to have to suffer a little bit with that unless he chooses to pit again or just wait for a safety car. Ooh, Chernobyl getting past Fuego Mall. Looks like these two maybe our closest battle at the moment. We do have Tafur on the back of Honeytons. And Liebach actually doing a really good job extending the gap, 3.2 seconds, still gaining ahead of his teammate Junior. Oh, Fuego Mall struggling a little bit. Looks like he has lost the DRS off of Chernobyl clogs. He is under pressure now from Guardians, who might be looking to make a move before the corner. Looks like he is going to stay right behind. Well, looks like he lost out a little bit on that corner right there. Antron instead making the move and pushes himself up to P14. Oh, he does go quite wide right there, and looks like, not sure if Guardians is going to be able to take advantage of that. No, looks like he's going to stay right behind. Up ahead, we do have the Ferrari of Moron. Oh, that is Honeytons. Honeytons on the gravel. Don't think he. Yeah, I don't think there was any contact with Tafur there. As he's the only driver up ahead. He does have. Yeah, not exactly sure what happened, but the Ferrari getting past the Haas of Padron Pass. And I think Nate Oxy is actually running into a bit of traffic, so he is going through the. They will most likely be receiving the blue flags to get out the way. Most difficult thing when they're actually battling, so they do have to move out the way and let Nate Oxy through. I don't think the Red Bull of Guardians knows. He actually no, looks like he does, and is going to go. Looks like he did go wide to let them through. So very good job from them, because I know they're still battling. They do have to put the battling aside and let the leading driver through. It's not the most easiest. I know you're under pressure. Oh, that was actually the teammate of Nate Oxy, Altron, going onto the gravel right there. So yeah, so I know it's not easy. There's so many things going on, so that's why you have to have a little bit of spatial awareness. That is Guardians going super close to the back of Fuego Mall. And looks like through goes Atron. Gains both positions. He does still have them right behind, but looks like he's going to pull through right ahead. So now we do have still quite a few banners going on. The Ferrari Moron, right behind him is DRS Maestro and Padron Paz. Oh, Maestro going a bit wide. I can see why you got that 3-second penalty. And dropping back a little bit. Looks like he is going to gain it back. He's going to get the DRS on this next upcoming straight. Not sure if he's going to make any movement yet. Ooh, he is actually closing in quite a bit, and so he is going to get the pass done on the Ferrari. So DRS Maestro pushing himself up to P7 at the moment. I believe everybody has pit, so just looking at the position changes. So Liebag now up 7 positions. A phenomenal race from Liebag. We do have our Manson as well up 7 positions. Junior up 5 positions. Mini Tony up 3 positions. So a lot of action happening. Ooh, that is yellow flags. I think that is Guardians. Ooh, he does have giving me a heart attack. Does really want to have awareness and not immediately go back onto the track. Good for Tony, jeez. Oh, we do have Moron on the back of DRS Maestro. Looks like he's going to look to make a move on the inside. No, chooses to back out. Woohoo, very close to the back of DRS Maestro, but still breaks quite well. He just decides to stay right behind. Oh, Maestro a little bit off track. I wonder if he got any track limits right there, but hasn't picked up any penalty yet again. So 13 laps remaining, including this one. Ooh, looks like the Ferrari goes wide. Yeah, it goes. Ooh, and I believe that is DRS Maestro who is missing his left end plate. Yeah, he is missing his left end plate. That is very unfortunate for DRS. Oh, that wing is actually busted. Jeez, it was eaten up. My God. Yeah, so it looks like the Ferrari may have just overshot that corner and unfortunately catching DRS Maestro on that. DRS is going to be slow, so he does have to be extra cautious. Oh, looks like there's Fuego Mall retiring in the pits. I do appreciate, again, that the drivers retire in the pits. We do want to avoid any yellow flags or any unnecessary virtual safety cars or actual safety cars. And also drivers who don't actually intentionally crash out. Uh, if you do, you're just wasting everybody's time bringing out that safety car. But looks like DRS Maestro is going to pull away, and up ahead we do have Junior looking to make a move on the McLaren of our Manson. And that is still yellow flags. However, I think that's just the game. Unfortunately, still taking out Fuego Mall's car, but yeah, looks like it has disappeared. I am curious to see if Naoxy, most likely Naoxy is gonna attempt to pit again. I don't see that those tires actually going all the way to the end with. I mean, we already saw quite a few drivers pit 13 laps in with those tires. Um, oh, it looks like Junior has chosen to pit as well. So he is going to go on the fresh mediums. Oh, that is a yellow flag, and actually, that's our Ferrari. He does have a car coming up right behind. Oop, looks like that's Padron Pass in the Haas getting past the Ferrari. It does look like he's struggling quite a bit with those mediums. Not exactly sure if it's the tire issue or just what, but Oh, Honeyton's actually closing in on the back of Autron. So 10 laps remaining now, including this one, and we're on board with Honeyton's. Goes going wide. Now losing it right behind of Autron, and looks like our Manson has chosen to pit. But going back to what I was trying to say, so Nate Oxy again is with those 11 lap old mediums, Mini Tony with 10 lap old hard compounds. If we have seen how the one stop and the two stop has worked in the other groups, if I were Tony, I might stay out. If Nate Oxy actually pits, although he is actually, yeah, looks like so Nate Oxy has gone into the pit. We'll actually take a look at what where Mini Tony comes out. Ooh, Honeyton's picking up a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane now. Yeah, so Nate Oxy has been released from the pit. I may have been wrong. So Nate Oxy is going to be on those fresh mediums, and looks like Nate Oxy is going to come out right behind of Mini Tony. And I don't think Maestro has pit yet. Yeah, no, it looks like he's gonna brave it for the next couple laps. Again, he does have that left end plate missing. Leadbag is coming out of the pit, so he's gonna be on the fresh mediums. And looks like he's gonna come out right behind of his teammate Junior. So plenty of time for Leadbag to actually gain or close up that gap. He is within the 3 seconds of Junior. Probably catch DRS Maestro as well, and Hovind Raleigh is with the 15 lap old hard compound. So Leadbag might be looking into actually securing a podium finish if he keeps it consistent. Looks like we do have Nate Oxy getting past Mini Tony there. Yeah, so unfortunately not much really Mini Tony can do with the 12 lap old hards. Ooh, and we do have the V-Carb Jr. getting past DRS Maestro, who, I mean, again, still has that wing damage and is most likely going to be struggling quite a bit, especially in Sector 3. And it looks like Nate Oxy picking up the fastest lap of 107.3 with the mediums. So that will be an extra 2 points for him if that sticks. And it looks like we do have Chernobyl Clocks in the pits, actually switching over to the soft, so maybe he'll actually attempt to steal that fastest lap. We do have Leadbag closing in on the back of DRS Maestro. He has to be a little bit cautious just because DRS is going to be slow. Again with that wing damage, but ooh, and DRS Maestro cutting the corner gets another 3-second penalty. So Leadbag easily getting past the Red Bull. Yeah, Leadbag definitely has a battle to aim for. And we also do have our Manson on the back of DRS Maestro. So again, DRS Maestro has that 6-second penalty. Our Manson within those 6 seconds. Padron Paz could probably close that gap if he can, but We'll keep an eye on that delta. It looks like Mini Tony has dropped back quite a bit, dropping down to 3 seconds now behind of Nate Oxy. But interesting battle still with Liebag and his teammate Junior. So Liebag has gotten within the DRS of his teammate. For him, I'd probably take it easy as well, since his teammate does have that penalty. And so Liebag looking to make a move on the outside. Looks like no, his teammate going wide. And so Liebag is free to go. And I think right behind our Manson was closing in on the back of the Red Bull of DRS Maestro. Tafur actually no, looks like the Mercedes of Autron pitting and Tafur gaining the position. A beautiful scenery. Uro Diaz Maestro, yeah, struggling a little bit right there. Armanton closing in, and looks like he's not going to make any move yet, but he is sticking really close right behind. Oh, Maestro going wide right there. So Armanton getting the pass done, and at the same time, the Ferrari of Moron picking up a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So 5 laps remaining. We do have Liebag 7.8 seconds behind of Hoven Raleigh. Hoven Raleigh does have 19-lap-old hard compounds. Liebag with 4-lap-old medium. So that is a delta we want to keep on to see how much he's able to eat up and try closing that gap. Oh, Hafrenix now picking up a 3-second penalty as well. And looks like the Arch Master has actually dropped back from the back of our Manson. Again, that wing damage is not really doing him much. Looks like he is going to pit though. And honestly, I think DRS Maestro has the talent to try attempting the fastest lap. Yeah, so he is switching over to the soft tires. He's gonna get that wing fixed and make his life easy. And oh, I think we do have Chernobyl on the back of Hafrenix. It isn't going to make any move yet. The Delta was closing in. Has dropped back quite a bit, and looks like Liebag from 7 seconds now has closed in. I'm pretty sure Hoven Raleigh must have had a little bit of a slip up. I mean, 20-lap-old hard compounds, those are probably going to be ready to burst at the end. I think we did see it with quite a few drivers in Tier 2 where they got a puncture, but yeah, so Liebag now less than a second behind of the Williams of Hoven Raleigh. And looks like he is going to be looking to make the move. Gets the move done easily, and I don't think we have any movement happening in the back. Chernobyl has actually dropped back quite a few, second and a half behind of Hafrenix. Not sure what happened there. So we do have 2 laps remaining, and our Manson might actually be looking for a P5 as well. We'll keep an eye on those. Honeyton's not picking up a 3-second penalty. So there might actually be quite a few position changes. Altron still, even with 3 seconds, has to be 10 seconds behind of the Ferrari of Moron. Might be looking for a top 10 finish. And Hoven Raleigh now picking up a 3-second penalty, so that's 6 seconds, and that might actually secure our Manson for a P4. Our Manton, I think, is one of our most or one of our veterans of this league of these no assist divisions. I think he joined season 2, if I'm not mistaken. Um, and so yeah, we're very happy to see him competing in the front row. But Hovind Raleigh, looks like he did have a slip up because he's missing that right end plate. Um, so that might have actually been why leader Levi was able to catch up and get past him. He's struggling quite a bit. DRS Maestro picking up the fastest lap of 106.8. So, like I said, he does have the talent, and he did prove me. He did prove us. The DRS is like I mentioned before, he was our tier 2 winner. This man sweats it on this game. I'm pretty sure he doesn't shower because he's like on this game 24/7. And I know you're listening, DRS, so I kid, but honestly, a good friend, and glad to see him having enjoying his time. But our Manson now on the back of the Williams. He doesn't have to really contest, but he looks like he is going to be making the move for the track position. Breaks really nicely and gets the move done on Hovind Raleigh. Hovind Raleigh actually, never mind, having a really good exit right there. And looks like he is going to contest that position again. Keeps his track position, but again, he does have that penalty. And we do have our drivers up ahead who have started their final lap. So our Manson is same as before with DRS Maestro. Is gonna have to be a little bit careful with behind Hovind Raleigh, and he's gonna be a little bit slower with the wing damage. And our Manson doing really well to brake accordingly, right behind, following him. So he's going to make the move on the inside, gets the pass done. And we do have the Mercedes of Nate Oxy about to cross the line, going around the final corner. Goes for the win, an 11-second gap ahead of Mini Tony. So Mini Tony going around the final corner. Picks up a, oh actually no, it's Moran picking up a 10-second penalty. Oh no, unserved. Looks like he has crossed the line and is going to finish a lap down. Our Manson still tailing right behind. That is the Red Bull of Guardians, getting out the way of the drivers. So it looks like following right behind of Hovind Raleigh has held him up a little bit from closing into to Junior, I believe. Yeah, so, but our Manson is going to secure a P5 finish. That is Hovind Raleigh dropping a few positions right there. Padron Pass up to P6. Which honestly, a great climb back up after the first lap incident. So, very, very, very amazing race, I will say. For first ever debut race this division, definitely definitely proved that they're a division that we should have. But we do have the driver of the day. Looks like that is Ultron on the board. Alrighty, so our final grid, we have Nate Oxy. Started on pole position, finished first. An amazing turn up right there. Sharing the podium with him is Mini Tony in P2, followed by Leebag, my good friend Leebag. Always happy to see you on the podium. Always happy to see you have a really good race. I'm very happy for you. I'll send you a message, my good friend. And then from P4 all the way to the end, we have Junior, followed by Armanton, Padron Paz, Hovind Raleigh, DRS Maestro, finishing P8, and also finishing with the fastest lap of 106.8. P9 to the rest is Ultron, Moron, Tafur, Hafrenix, Chernobyl Clocks, Honeytons, and Guardians, and unfortunately our four DNFs, Fuego, Mall, Relativity, Escargot, and Froggy. Two of them, I believe, wasn't any fault of ours. It's just unfortunately the game not letting you take control of your wheel, take control of your car, kicking you out, and yeah, really, it sucks to see this game mess up. Drivers who actually dedicate their time to racing, to having fun. Um, but yeah, honestly, big congratulations to our podium, first ever podium winners of Division Two of ERA. So that is history made. Um, I hope you are able to look back at this and look back at the stream and laugh and enjoy all the battles that was going on. But yeah, that is the end of round one of week one of ERA season five. We'll be continuing on next week, or actually on Saturday, starting Saturday in Austin, Texas, with our Tier 1 limited assist drivers who race only with ABS, auto gears, and corner line, no traction control. Uh, Top competitors in our Tier 1 group. And then after that, again, with our Tier 2, Division 1 Gnosis, and our Division 2 Gnosis. But again, everybody, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed our first week. And like I said before, we also created our Instagram. So don't forget to go follow us. We'll be trying to post enough information, enough stuff for you guys to enjoy. But we'll catch you guys next week. And hope you have a good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you guys are watching from.